opened the practice problems that we were going to do today. All right, so it's here. Here's a video that we did yesterday, or a video of the lesson we did yesterday. And here's the worksheet that I wanted you to print out. Either print out or download into Notability. Either way, it's fine. Okay? This is actually 5 or 6 pages long, but remember, the only way to do well in this class is to do practice. So we're going to do the first couple ones together. Okay? You need the hard copy of your reference table. If you do this on the digital copy, it'll be a lot of going back and forth. Okay, and you want to make sure that you don't have to go back and forth unless you split screen it. It's totally up to you. All right, so basically, you are looking for relative humidity. So the first thing you want to make sure is when you go to your reference table on page 12 that you're looking at the correct chart. Am I looking at the correct chart? No, this one says dew point. I am on the incorrect chart. I'm going to be dealing with relative humidity, right? So I need the relative humidity chart. Okay, so I need to be here. Everybody with me? Yes? No? Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. So let's look, right? Here we're given our air temperature. Air temperature is another thing of saying what? What's another way to say air temperature, guys?
Dry bulb temperature?
Absolutely. It's the dry bulb temperature. So if I were you, I don't know if this is going to let me write on it, but we'll try. Yeah, it is. Dry bulb goes here. Okay? So when you're looking at the reference table, here's the dry bulb temperature. All right? So we're going to need that specific dry bulb temperature there. Okay? But when you're looking at the top part here, it's talking about the difference. Right? Another way of saying difference is going to be depression. These are really cool to write on when they want to let you. Okay, so that's another way of saying depression. So when we're doing this on our worksheet, you see where it says wet bulb depression, right? You're going to take the dry bulb temperature and subtract the wet bulb temperature. So that should be the easiest part of this whole thing for you, right? Because for number 1, we're just doing 24 minus 16, which is what? Simple math, guys. What's 24 minus 16? Guys at home, 24 minus 16.
8.
8.
Thank you. Okay. Now, in order to get the relative humidity, we go back to our reference table, right? What was the dry bulb temperature? 24, right? And what was the depression? 8. So what you're going to do is this. You're going to take your finger, and I'm going to draw it on here so you guys can see it. And you're going to go over. Oh God, what happened? Hold on. Let's see. Supposedly you can just, oh Lord. This is why I don't touch the smartboard. You guys will laugh at me. Okay, you're going to keep going over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you get here. Now there's 2 ways you can do it. You can see where the 2 line up, right? That gets to be really dizzying. You can take your 2 fingers and go, oh, it's right here. But the easier way of doing it is what you guys saw me do who are in here, right? You literally say to yourself, okay, this is 0. So I have to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my answer should be 42%. So for this one, it should be 42%. All right. I want you guys to do number 2 together. If I scroll down, am I going to lose all this? Probably. Yeah, G4. Okay, so right? What is 28 minus 18? 10. So what should the relative humidity be?
32%.
Agree or disagree?
Oh, wait.
36.
36.
All right, so
Oh, my fault.
it's okay, but this is why we're doing practice, right? So when you're looking at it, I don't know why it's all highlighted, but we'll go with it. Okay. Let me just erase all this. Okay, so you had as the dry bulb temperature 28, which I need to scroll down a little bit for. Is that right? So, right, I had 28 and I had 10. Well, I can't even see it on here, so we move 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? And that's how we got 36. Simple and easy, right? It's simple and easy until you get to a question like question number 5. Okay? What is the difference between 19 and 16 if I was to subtract the 2?
3.
Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Okay, now let's look at our reference table. If you're looking at our reference table, all of the numbers that are there for the dry bulb temperature are even numbers. So if it is 19, we're technically talking about right in between 18 and 20. Right? So let's look. We move over 0, 1, 2, 3 spaces. Right? It's not 72% and it's not 74%. So it's actually going to be the number that falls directly in between the two, which is
73.
right? So it's going to be 73%. You guys okay with that? Okay. I want you to try and finish this page. When you get to question number 11, be careful. The only hint I will give you is the wet bulb temperature is always lower than the dry bulb temperature. All right? The wet bulb temperature is always lower than the dry bulb temperature. What I will do for you guys is, because we have like 8 minutes left, what I'm going to do is I did this first page for you, and I wrote out the directions okay? Just for those of you that I wrote out the directions all over this, okay, on how to get these answers. I will post the answer keys to the entire packet. I want you to at least do this page and the first dew point page. Here, this is page, what, 4? Yeah, on page 4. Okay, I want you to do those 2 sheets. Everything else is a bonus extra if you want extra practice. But I will be posting for you guys the answer keys to both of these. To the entire packet, I should say. Okay? I'm here if you have questions. 7 minutes left of class, I believe.
I have a question.
Sure.
With number 7.
Sure.
So, like 23 minus 21 is 2.
Right.
But when you go on the reference table, it doesn't show like a number in between.
So you're saying this one, for number 7, 23 minus 21 is 2. Right? So this would be 2. But then when you go on the reference table, right? So it's 23, which would be here. Right? And so it's 2 spaces.
Yeah.
So it's going to be here, right? What's halfway between 83 and 84?
83.5.
Perfect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this would just be 83.5. No problem.
What do we do for questions that have negative wet bulb temperature?
So like for number 4,
Yeah.
so it's going to be 4 minus a negative 1, right? Which is the same thing as just saying 4 plus 1.
Alright.
Right? So that's going to be 5. Right? Okay. And when you guys get down to like number 11, do you guys want me to do that with you?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's look at number 11. Erase all this other stuff. All right. So number 11, right? You have 21 minus, we don't know what the wet bulb temperature is, but we do know the difference between the two, right? Simple algebraic question. Add x to both sides. Right? So you get 21 equals 4 plus x. Subtract 4 from both sides, and you get x is equal to, what's 21 minus 4?
17.
So this is going to be 17. Now you are given the dry bulb and the wet bulb, right? So it's 21 and 4. So now I'm going to look at 21, which is in between 20 and 22, and I'm going to move 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 places. So it's between 66 and 68. What number comes between 66 and 68?
57.
Exactly. So this is going to be 67%.
Miss Gonzalez,
What's that?
for problem number 6, yes, yeah, number 6. If you go in between like the 14 and 16, like it says 50 and 54.
Between the 19 and 3?
No, for number 6.
Oh, between 15 and 10 and 5.
Yeah, like, yeah, 15 and like 5. It has the in between numbers are 50 and 54.
Let's look. Right, so give me the numbers again. So it's 15
And 5.
and 5. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's between 50 and 54, right? So if I have 50 and I need to get to 54, what's going to be right in the middle? Well, let's write it out. 51, 53, 52, and 52. So 52 is your answer. What's directly in the
okay.
middle?
Thank you.
No problem. Now, before the bell rings, I want to do 15 with you. Okay? Because this is what throws off everybody. Okay? So, 15 says, right? I have no information, but the depression is 9 and the relative humidity is 39. With me so far? Okay, so let's look. We know that the depression, which is up here, right, is going to be 9. I'll leave it like that, make my life easier. Okay, so I'm going to keep scrolling down until I get to the relative humidity. And what was the relative humidity?
39.
39. So I'm going to keep scrolling down until I hit 39, right? Because we know that the depression is going to be the difference between the wet bulb and the dry bulb. Then we're going to just take our finger and go across. Here's our dry bulb temperature. You see that? All right, so all we did was, if the 9 was up here, we went down till we hit 39, and then we went over until we hit our dry bulb temperature, right? So then when we put it into here, right, our dry bulb temperature was what? 26, right? Now, when I set this up, right, for 15, I have 26 minus x equals 9. I add x to both sides. Simple algebraic equation. 26 equals 9 plus x. Right? I subtract 9 on both sides. And x is equal to what? What plus 9 equals 26?
17.
Yeah.
But we're on stuff, we have to write it.
Okay, I have no idea what you just said because the bell was ringing. What's up?
Can't you just do 26 minus 9 instead of adding the x and doing all the extra stuff?
Well, some people aren't slick at math, so I have to show all of the steps. So that way, you know, people understand what's going on. You don't have to. If you're good at math and you want to do that, but you're more likely to get to make a simple mistake. So just be careful with that. But you don't have to show the work like that.